So we're here on a wet January afternoon back at church, and standing on the scaffolding outside at the front of the organ, and our artist in residence at the moment, Jenny, is doing her work on the pipes. We've got the main scaffolding up, as people will have seen before, and the pipes, and we've got a small scaffolding tower to be able to see the top of the pipes. So the work is taking place here. Most of the base of the pipes have now been cleaned, and now we've got the small tower up. We're able to do the upper parts as well. So, would you be able to tell us what you're doing, Jenny?
Yes, I'm cleaning the pipes here. I'm just getting all the surface dirt off, which has accumulated over the years. There's quite a lot. It's also quite greasy and oily, so I can imagine this is from burning incense and candles and what have you. This is a sort of dirt that is on here. And it's coming off quite well, and it's showing up the definition of the pipe work and the beautiful designs that are on here. And there's areas where the paint has come away, like up here, and it's flaking off a little bit, but generally the paintwork's really sound, which is great. And things like this I will paint in and repair.
It looks like it's coming up straight away, just with what you're doing, in terms of the colour.
Well, it is because it's wet.
Oh, I see.
And so
right.
it will look shiny for a while. And you can see a difference with the reds are brighter, which is quite nice, and hopefully you see this from down below. There's a varnish on these pipes which makes cleaning it easier than if there wasn't. It's the paint underneath is stable, so it's coming up really well.
Is it just distilled water that you're using, or?
It's a cleaning agent and water, and then you have to quite conscientiously get rid of any of the wet, because the varnish can bloom if you leave anything on too long. So you have to be quite careful about that. And they're very soft as well, these pipes. You can actually see where people have handled them, and there's thumbprints.
Yes, you can see the indentation there, can't you? Yeah.
So it's good that we've been able to store them in situ and not move them about too much.
And you've brought up the pipe mouths as well. What did you do to the pipe mouths?
They've been regilded.
Excellent. So they're brighter than they were, but in a nice way.
They were very worn and damaged. So I regilded them. I've also toned them down a little bit because these pipes are old and I didn't want them looking too bright. But they're bright enough to be seen from downstairs. They've been painted really nicely, these pipes.
Yeah.
So whoever did these were very good. They've all been done freehand. there's no underlying marks where he followed with this sepia brown. He just did them all freehand, I can imagine it was he. And then I believe there was probably 3 people worked on the pipes. There was the master artist who did the freehand drawings, and then there was an apprentice who did the red, which actually he's not great because I think he must have been thinking about going fishing or chatting to the local milkmaid. And then there's the third artist who worked on these, who's done the graves down here and like the heraldic work.
Okay, yeah, the coat of arms, yeah.
You can tell by the brush strokes and the way the paint's been put on. It's quite interesting to see the different styles of work.
Yeah, so even then things like the cherubs would have been just a freehand drawing?
Yes.
Gosh.
Yeah, it's very, very good. A lot of pipes are stenciled, and you do see when you're cleaning them, you see marks where they followed a line. It was outlined over the top, but these haven't been. They've just been done by eye. So it's getting quite a bit of dirt off these.
Yeah. I think the design pretty much matches on the other side, doesn't it?
Yes.
The cherub on the central pipe on this side is matched on the other side. So it would have been a very time-consuming job to get these.
Well, it does take some time, but it's worth it, I think.
Yeah.
They're rather special, these pipes.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Have you worked on similar designs before elsewhere?
The pipes I've mainly worked on have been stenciled.
Okay.
Some freehand bits have been added to within the stencils, but generally you come across pipes that are stenciled. It's not often you see these type of designs.
So once you've cleaned like this, you then touch in anything that's
Yes, all the
missing bits, as it were.
the missing pieces of paint. There's also quite a few areas where it's very, very dark, like here.
Yes.
And I will put gold on here to bring that out. But again, it's getting the balance. You don't want to overdo it because they're beautiful old pipes, so it's restoring them sympathetically.
So the coat of arms has also been cleaned now, so you can see all the way up to the top, and we'll get some photographs of that in due course, and hopefully we'll install some lighting from somewhere accessible, maybe from the pillars, to make the organ case be more visible, because it's very dark at the top of it, even when the main lights are on. This is the equivalent of the other side with the cherub and the almost matching artwork anyway.